Hello, my name is Victoria McCree and I will be speaking about sex reassignment surgery and if it should be covered under Medicaid and Medicare. First, let us cover the brief definitions of Medicaid and Medicare. Medicaid is government medical coverage for those individuals who fall within a low income bracket, and Medicare is medical coverage provided by the government for those individuals who are 60 years of age and older. I am interested in this particular subject because it is not one that is rendered very much attention, yet I feel it should. Transsexuals, transgender, androgynous individuals and the like are not part of a recent movement. The existence of these individuals have long been reported dating as far back into Egyptian, Roman, and Greek times, and have been discovered all over the world throughout the ages. One example, Sporos, Nero's slave, was made into a eunuch with a total penectomy and married Nero and was paraded as female. Whether or not this was done out of willingness, or the fact that Nero was commanding his slave to do as he pleases, is not known. Our modern-day minds may look at this as cruel and strange. However, these types of bodily submission were common in Roman and Greek times between slave and owner. As Roman Catholicism began its movement across Europe, behaviors involving transgenderism that took place at Roman, Greek, and even Celtic festivals began to submerge. Eventually, anyone expressing or having physical traits of the opposite sex were ostracized and sent into exile, as was the case with Herculine Barbon, a woman who was discovered to have abnormal male genitalia in the mid to late 19th century, and who committed suicide because of public ridicule. With that being said, let us come to our present day. Imagine your child being born a girl. All seem normal until she goes to her first gynecological appointment, only to find she has embedded inverted testes. Or imagine your child being born a boy who finds more fun in playing dress-up with mommy's clothes, only to find his chromosomes are actually female. These are actual realities for those who were born this way, not just for the individual, but for the families as well. These androgynous individuals are our neighbors, co-workers, and friends that reside in our community. If anything, these people need long-term medical attention, both for physical and psychological needs. No one chooses to be born with both genders, nor does any parent wish this upon their own child. The social withdrawal and immense confusion for the individual and their families is a lifelong battle that must be endured in an uninformed and sometimes cruel society. What actually would make an individual double-sexed? Just because a young boy finds it fun to dress in his mother's clothing certainly does not mean he will grow up and discover he has too many female chromosomes. However, it is deeper than that. Deep enough that scientists are conducting research on these types of individuals. In the mid to late 70s to early 1980s, there was an English model by the name of Caroline Causey, who was diagnosed with Klinefelter syndrome. Klinefelter syndrome is a genetic disorder in which the normal male who is born with a set of XY chromosomes is in fact instead born with an extra X chromosome, making that individual carry XXY, or in Causey's case, 3 X's and a Y. In other words, Caroline Causey was born a male with proper male genitalia, but with double the extra female chromosomes. She possessed a total of 48 chromosomes, with 2 of the chromosomes the XX female, as opposed to the common 46 chromosomes that most people carry. Klinefelter syndrome has typically only 1 extra X chromosome, making a total of 47 chromosomes. 1 in 500 males are born with this particular genetic variation. But could it really be that simple? Could all this be explained by a mix-up or overproduced chromosomes? The answer is no. A group of scientists in Australia have discovered that the complication for such individuals also lies inside the human brain. Janine Cohen, a reporter for Four Corners, on ABC, an Australian investigative news journalism channel, reported on the episode titled The Gender Puzzle, was quoted that the SRY gene, the gene needed to start the process of maleness, is present in the male brain region of the hypothalamus, the same area where gender brain identity is developed. In his interview with Janine Cohen, Professor Gary Warren, a doctor treating a male-to-female transgender, was quoted in stating that a female can be born with testes that are capable of making the male sex hormone testosterone, but her body is unable to respond in any way to that hormone because receptors in every cell in the body for testosterone are absent due to her genetic alteration. In the past century, before recent scientific breakthroughs, transgender individuals were looked upon as someone who chose to live as the opposite sex. Transgenderism is often misunderstood and believed that it is a result of environment. The misinformed public expressing this particular belief were typically ones with strong religious backgrounds. Even in our current society, it is believed that people who are transgender live a harsh life of drug abuse because it is typically those particular transgenders who place themselves in shoddy media seeking the public's attention. As a result, transgender rights are not represented in politics or taken serious by the government. John Rohan, a U.S. Intelligence Army officer and author of Sex Reassignment Surgery is Not a Medical Necessity, passionately protests against one having the surgery by stating that sex reassignment surgery does not actually turn a man into a woman or vice versa, and that this is an illusion. However, even with the controversy, there are a variety of insurance companies that are willing to provide coverage for individuals seeking sex reassignment surgery. The Human Rights Campaign, or HRC.org, supports the rights for lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender individuals. Not only does it have a frequently asked page filled with an abundance of helpful and supportive data for those experiencing transgender dysphoria, such as marriage, aging, coming out, and how to deal in the workplace, but it also offers a list of healthcare providers who help these individuals seek proper medical coverage and care. Some of these providers are big-name companies such as Aetna, Blue Cross and Blue Shield, and Cigna, just to name a few. This is excellent news for those who can afford the health care, but what of those who cannot and must rely on government assistance? The National Transgender Discrimination Survey is designed to gather enough data from people working in healthcare who provide medical care to the transgendered. On its website, endtransdiscrimination.org, it is reported that this particular survey is the most extensive survey of transgender discrimination ever undertaken. The idea behind this is to inform the public and break societal and medical barriers so that all transgender individuals can not only find the health care coverage they need, but to also have that same health care provided to those who are in a low-income bracket. In a similar way to the National Cancer Registry, collected information on transgender individuals will be respectfully reported to a database and kept for scientific research and statistics. The more I dig into this matter, the more I find scientific research and support groups who are doing everything within their power to inform the public on this particular uncommon deformity and serious condition of people who were born with this unfortunate genetic twist. I hope to grab the attention of my own community and to help educate them on this matter. Perhaps I can help direct an androgynous individual to seek the help he or she may need who does not have enough courage to make the small step in the proper direction. I believe that with enough awareness and scientific research, government programs such as Medicaid and Medicare will add this to their list of coverage and help those who desperately need to be one sex or the other. Thank you.